So for those guys who don't know what sleep paralysis is basically your body is transitioning from REM to non-REM sleep, and at that time your body is completely asleep, and that's why it is sort of paralyzed and you have no control over your body. But your eyes and your brain know that you're awake, so you're able to see everything and you're able to think, but your body is not moving on your own control. Now, sometimes it can be very mild. People can just fall asleep and then they randomly just wake up in the middle of the night and they're not able to move their body. I know it can be really freaky that you're not having control of your own body, but it passes away in a few minutes. But when your exhaustion and stress level increases, that's basically what causes sleep paralysis. And when it increases even more, that's when you go to the hyperactive experiences. Basically, you will be sleeping and then you're transitioning to the non-REM sleep, but your eyes are open. So because of the REM changing to non-REM, you can see hallucinations. So a lot of people have been getting hallucinations of the Grim Reaper or a skeleton or just someone. Mostly people see those hallucinations, and you can also get sensations of these people around you, like you can hear them breathe from on your neck. Like that's what a lot of people get hallucinations of, is that they hear the Grim Reaper coming close to them, and then they're sleeping and the Grim Reaper comes behind and it breathes on their neck and he says that it's not time yet. That's what a lot of people have been going through in their experiences. It's just a very common one, and people get all kinds of stuff in their hallucination. It can be anything. In my hallucinations, the first time that I had it was in 7th grade, but it was as if there was a lot of stuff happening and I could not process it. And basically, whenever I have a sleep paralysis experience, after that, after a while, I'm just completely befuddled. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what am I gonna do, and I get really, really scared. And I usually just go on to my sister and I hug her, because yeah. But stuff like that totally happens. And this was one of my experiences. The first very experience that I had got was a lot of people telling me that something really bad gonna happen. There's gonna be an omen, and a demon-like figure came really close to my face and disappeared right before it could really touch my face. And the other time, once I had my back open and I felt like someone was caressing my back, and I did not have the nerve to look back to see who it was. Then I started covering up myself with sheets so that I could not see these hallucinations anymore. And one night I had kept the sheet open from one side since I was not able to breathe properly. And from this one side, this very little girl, who was very sweet, the girl, she came to me and said hello. And it was not even that scary. It's just that her presence was very much unearthly and her glow was very weird. And then the other time I kept it open from the top, as in my sheets were over me, and from the top I could see stuff. And I saw this image of a kind of like a witch, and she was over there above, and she was literally staring at me with the widest eyes ever, and it scared the fuck out of me. And so after that I just completely started covering myself with sheets, and that led to my worst ever sleep paralysis experience. Is that once I had just like slept with the sheets on me completely, and it was as if I was being carried in a bag, about to get, just when you're about to die or you're about to get executed in some manner, is the kind of feeling that I was getting. And it did not go for at least half an hour or an hour or so, and it was horrible. It really was just wrecking. And by the end of it, I was not able to think rationally. I was coming up with random thoughts in my mind, and those thoughts were rushing all over me, and it felt as if I had no clue about how to control my own thoughts or what to do. And I was completely scared, and I could not at all move my body. But after a while, I could, and I was still afraid to take my sheets off, because I was still afraid that hallucination would appear even though my hands were working. That's how horrible my mind was at that time, and that's how intimidating and scary that effect was of that particular hallucination. So after about 45 minutes or so, I got the courage to open the sheets up, and then finally I switched on the light, and after like 10 minutes of sitting down and petting my doggy, I was able to be fine. And then I had water, so I was able to get over that, and I could easily account that as my worst sleep paralysis experience ever. Even though I did not see anything, the feeling as if someone was dragging my body just before I was getting killed really hurt me and really got to my head. So for those of you who suffer from sleep paralysis like I do, I have a few steps that I researched online about to reduce sleep paralysis. I know my nails are disgusting, I'm so sorry. Anyway, so the steps included 2 steps which I actually like the most. I think they will work more than any other steps that I read about online, because those other steps included steps like drinking ginger tea, which I don't really find useful, and sleeping on the side, not your back. But I feel like sleeping on the side does nothing for me, since I still had sleep paralytic attacks sleeping on my side. But maybe it worked for you guys, so you can try that one out, I guess. Okay, so the 2 points that I liked the most was you should sleep more often and reduce caffeine. Okay, reducing caffeine, this seems really horrible because caffeine is life. But yes, students like me who reduce sleeping and replace sleeping with caffeine is really bad for us, since sleep deprivation is what causes sleep paralysis. And sleeping more often by taking like cat naps, power naps, and trying to sleep more peacefully at night by not being distracted by probably what we think we're seeing in the dark, or maybe our phones. I know it's really tough, but we will get through. Yes. And the second point is that we should reduce our stress, I think. And the second point is that we should stop getting so stressed right before sleeping, or having any negative thoughts that can let us down right before we are sleeping. Okay, and the second point is that we need to wind down before we fall asleep. So right before we fall asleep, a lot of us just go through the worst things or worst experiences that we've had in our life, or embarrassing moments. I know a lot of us do it, and we should really avoid doing that. Rather, we should listen to peaceful music, or music that we like, or do anything that really makes us happier and more content. You could probably punch people if you like it, you know. I'm kidding, don't punch people, that's bad. Okay, unless they really piss you off. Going off topic, okay, coming back. Yeah, you can do anything that makes you content and happier right before you're sleeping, so that you don't have aggressive and negative thoughts right before you're sleeping, because more stress equals to more sleep paralysis. And yeah, these 2 points really help the 2 core reasons why we end up having sleep paralytic attacks. So I think that they are very useful. I hope that you guys found these tips really useful, and that my experiences have made you more knowledgeable. Yeah, you're just a little bit smarter. Am I Matthew Santoro, or am I Miss America Gangster? You will never know. I'm just kidding. I like this video, and I know I've never done a one-on-one talking vlog, but I guess I just wanted to do it, you know. I hope you guys still enjoyed it. I usually just do travel vlogs, but I guess talking to you guys, it makes me happier. Okay, and sharing my experiences definitely helped me. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I will see you very soon.